So we're going to talk about the topic of being a jester. We all been there. You don't got a lot of yourself. You don't got a lot of me. You don't got to sit up here and act like you get all the women in the world, like you're a pimp, bro. We don't care. You've been in that moment and it's all right. But then again, that's why majority of men probably don't say nothing when it comes to trying to interact with a woman. And that's not to say you move around like that or you live the rest of your born days just not trying to interact with women. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that's really how it be. And you got to realize that, and it's going to sound a little crazy, but majority of men would rather a woman approach them because majority of that time, the success rate will be high. The success rate would probably be in the high 90s if the woman approached them first, because now it don't feel like a gesture moment. It don't feel like you're just trying to put up a facade or you're trying to paint yourself to be this perfect individual, which you're not. You're not perfect. No one in this world is perfect. But if a woman comes up to the guy, shows her true self or facade self or whatever the case may be, 9 times out of 10, a man will honestly appreciate that. And a man would take that into consideration that, damn, maybe this woman actually might be the one because no other woman in this world did that for me, ever. And it's crazy because I saw a TikTok post the other day and this woman got on her knees and proposed to her man at the World Cup. And as I was scrolling through the comments, I wasn't thinking like, oh yeah, they're going to be shameful. They're going to sit up here and try to make it seem like getting on your knees and saying you want to marry somebody is just one-sided gender-wise. That's exactly what it was. And it's crazy. It's crazy. But I don't even want to get into that. I want to talk about being a jester. So look, it's not something that you can't escape, bro. This is going to happen for the rest of your life. The rest of your born days, you're going to have to approach the woman in a positive way, have some manners, have some basic etiquette, things of that nature that you were taught when you were a kid. But you have to understand that there are things called percentages. 9 times out of 10, you'll probably get the number. You'll probably get the Instagram if you're attractive. Don't get me wrong. But who's to say that that person is going to actually go into it? Who's to say that that person that you got the number or Instagram from isn't just trying to fill her own ego? And now you're sitting there trying to get intellectual dialogue. You're trying to sit there and actually have great conversation, trying to get to know her. But she's really leaving you with one-word responses. Hell, she's going days without responding. You probably sick as hell. You posting on your story, making notes, putting little specific lyrics of a song inside that note, hoping that she will see it. No, it's not like that, bro. She's not giving you no mind. She don't care. And that's what I'm talking about, being a jester. You're doing all these different things that you have never done before. You never even thought about doing that. But just because you wanted this one woman this bad, you wanted to go out your way and do that foolishness, because I've done it. And of course, I got no result. And that's exactly the case. If you do that, you're not going to get a result. Not the result that you want. She see your note and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You know what? Damn, that song did hit because I listened to the same song. Dang, how did you know that I listened to that song? It's not going to be that result. It's going to be, why the fuck are you posting this note? Why are you posting this on your story? Like, what is wrong with you? Are you okay? What did I do to you? And granted, she didn't do nothing for real. She just gave you her Instagram or her number. And, she's not married to you. Y'all not in a relationship, so she's not obligated to text you back or take you serious. But at the same time, if you wasn't fucking with a dude, you should have just left it alone. You were better off just saying, nah, I got a boyfriend, and lying to my face. Knowing that you don't got a boyfriend, but you at the club. Why are you at a bar? with hella drunk niggas around, lustful niggas. You know the liquor be making niggas lustful, unfortunately. But why are you in that environment? But you got a dude. Come on now. Don't be a terrible liar, because now it's disrespectful. But that's what I'm saying. You're being a jester. And you will be a jester in one way or another in your life. If you haven't been in that moment yet, your time will come. And I'm not trying to sit up here and throw out all the stuff that I've been through onto you and try to make you feel like, you know, you got to go through this. No, it ain't about you having to go through it. It's about the fact that you will go through it. You will. You cannot shy away from these things that will happen in your life. Especially once you get out of college or you get out of high school. And if you don't go to college, you got to go out in the real world and actually find someone at Barnes and Nobles, at Starbucks, your local Chipotle. Hey, bro, you're going to have to open that mouth. Pause. Not like that. Don't take it like that. Pause. Again, oh my gosh. But look, you're going to have to express how you feel. And if she's not digging it, then you can't change her mind. If she's digging it, you got to continue to alter that mind to where, okay, this guy actually a little bit different, you feel me? But at the same time, in your head, you like, damn, I don't want to be a jester. Hey, man, I'm just being real. I'm just being real, bro. And then, like, being a jester, bro, like, honestly, that moment where I felt like that, I genuinely went months without even trying to interact with no woman. Not because I just felt like, you know, I was going to get that same experience. It was just that one moment made me realize that, you know, there's more to it than trying to get with a woman at a very young age. Obviously, you want to, but like at my age of 23, shoot, that thought of having a woman next to me crossed my mind 24/7. You know, I come home from school and I don't get no text messages from no woman telling me that, hey, how is your day? I don't get no call, nothing. I don't get a foot rub. I don't get a neck massage. I don't get a head rub. Shoot, I don't get nothing. So yes, that thought crossed my mind, but I can't control it. I cannot control that. If I open my mouth to talk to a woman, the best thing I could possibly say about that is that I tried. So, hey, you tried. Sometimes you try your hardest and you end up looking like this. And there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Because if you want something, you're going to have to do whatever it takes in a positive way, of course, in a way that doesn't get you, you feel me, to acquire that love life. So, hey, man, y'all take care of yourselves, though, man. I get it. I understand. And just because you've been a jester or you're having that moment right now that you feel like a jester, you know, go ahead and push that shit to the side. It's going to be a little lonely because you ain't got that other person to talk to. Yeah, she might say, yeah, I ain't like you anyway. That's why I was doing you how I was doing you. But at least you came to terms with your reality that, you know, you were a jester in that moment. You can move on, plan accordingly. And if you got something going on where you're trying to make your life better, it's best if you just don't even worry about that shit to begin with. So, it's your boy. Hopefully y'all take care of yourselves once more. Y'all stay positive, stay motivated, stay disciplined, stay true to yourself. And yeah. Speak to y'all soon. Real soon.